Okay, for today we are gonna be looking into the second solo form for the arming sword. It's a bit cold out here, so I'll first show the whole routine or the form, and then we'll look into details that how it's done. I'm giving you a very detailed instruction so that you can try to practice that yourself. Let's get into it. Arming sword, second solo form.
Brennofinn, heia fløda svanir, haldren skaldren mår i lir. Heia fløda svanir, svani eldra kom åt styr.
So, that was the second solo form. You may notice the footwork. I copied it from my history of fighting. If you know what that footwork is and where it's coming from, please let me know. But anyway, there are no special things in there. After all, we can only move in so many ways. So next, let's break down this solo form step by step. I will walk you through it. Okay, arming sword, second solo form. We start off with the sword and scabbard. You can also have it in your hand if you don't have a scabbard. I have it here. And there is some space in between the legs. We are facing forward. So the next thing to do is to first take the left leg in the middle and then the right so that the heels touch. So this is where we take out the arming sword and put it here. So we are now in the starting position. Then from here we'll open. So first left leg here, right here. So you're very well grounded, and then you will lift the sword to your right shoulder. From here the first movement is turn to the left. So we do that by moving our left leg to the left and turning, and at the same time we cut diagonally down to the legs. So this cut can be a cut to the legs, or it can be a block if somebody is attacking your leg. And we end up on the left shoulder here. Then we chase the opponent by stepping forward with the right leg, and we cut diagonally now to the head. So that would be the finishing blow. So then the next opponent is behind us. Now we have to turn 180 degrees. It is done by starting to move with the right leg first. This will go to my backward left. So we go here. We end up into this position. But now there is a fine detail over here. I go back. So we have to take the sword from the right shoulder and move it to the left shoulder at the same time as we turn. So we kind of put it here. The sword lags behind. So this makes it possible for us to make the cut. So we once again cut to the legs. We end up with the sword on the right shoulder, and then we chase the opponent by stepping forward with the left leg and cut at the same time. So now we end up with the sword on the left shoulder. The next opponent is there where you are watching from, so to my left. So we have to turn again. So how do we do this? We move the left leg to the left and we turn. Now this is cut to the legs again. Now we are facing the opponent and then we are chasing. So we do 3 high cuts to the head, every one with the step. So the first one, we step forward with the right leg and cut to the right. With the left leg, cut to the left and with the right leg cut to the right. So now we ended up on here. Then becomes a tricky turn. So we are gonna do, is it like 270 degrees turn to my left. So next opponent is actually on my right, but we are evading, moving. So how that is done, we move this left leg first, so it goes here, and then we keep turning until we get here. And now we cut to the legs again. And then we chase by stepping forward with the right foot and cut to the right. So now we have right foot forward, shoulder on the right shoulder. Sword on the right shoulder, not the shoulder, on the shoulder. Okay, so next opponent is coming from my back. We're gonna do 180 degree turn. This is done by moving the right leg first, so it goes here. And now we also have to remember to let the sword be here. It's changing to the left shoulder as we turn. So going here, sword is on the left shoulder, and we cut to the legs. And chase, step with the left forward and cut to the left. So now we are here. Next opponent coming from my left, so we have to turn. It's done by stepping back with the left foot and cutting at the same time to the legs. Like this. And now we are chasing again. So it's 3 high strikes, all with the step. So right foot cut right, left foot cut left, right foot cut right. So we end up with right foot forward, sword on the right. And now we are gonna be doing the 270 degree turn again. So next opponent is on my right, but we are gonna be doing this funky spin turn. So we pull it here and then cut to the legs and chase, step forward with the right foot, cut to the right. So now we are here. So the end is near. Next opponent is in the back, so we have to do 180 degree turn once again. We do it by stepping back with the right foot diagonally here, and now the sword is once again changing shoulders. We cut to the legs here, and then we chase by stepping forward with the left leg and cut to the left. So this is the finished location here. So what is left to do is to return to the starting position. So we do that simply by pulling the left leg back on the same plane as the right leg and drop the sword. So now we are in the opening position, and then we just close. So left leg first, right leg first. Put the sword into the scabbard, drop hands and open the legs, left first, then right. So now it's finished. So let's look at the turns in a little bit more detail, what is in this second solo form. So the first turn is simply by moving the left leg back a little bit and we rotate to the left. Quite easy, right? So this is not a problem. So then we do the low cut, high cut, and we are here. Now we have to turn 180 degrees over there. This is a difficult turn if we go to the right especially. So if we just pull the right leg here, now we only turn from there to here. So this is not enough. We cannot easily turn more. We will maybe fall over. So instead what we do is to take the front leg and pull it back using this diagonal line here. So we pull it back here. Now we can turn 180. And then we cut. The next turn is 90 degrees to the left. So this is easier. So we just only pull the left leg back while cutting low. It's kind of easy. You just pull it back and turn. So there we are. Then there are the 3 cuts. And now this is the most difficult turn of them all. 270 degrees. It's more for practice than anything, but there are applications. I will tell you about those when we finish this. So we just cannot turn like this. Now our back is facing the enemy. This is not good. And we could turn like this. This would actually work. Step here Now we are facing the enemy. But we want to do it the difficult way. So now we take this left leg and pull it along the diagonal line from behind here. So we pull it here and then rotate. So now we have turned. Then there is a cut. Now we do 180. So if I would be just turning like this is awkward once again. Bit difficult. So what we do now is we take the front leg, pull it on this diagonal line behind me. Here I keep rotating. Now that was 180. Cut, cut. Then to the left. So this is 90 degrees. The easiest way to do that is to pull back the left leg. So here and then turn. 3 cuts, cut, cut, cut. Now we are turning again 270. So we take the back leg, pull it on this diagonal line here. Pull, 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 and rotate. And cut. And then one more turn. We take the front leg once again along this diagonal line here. Pull, 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 pull. That was 180 and cut. And this is the last one. So that's all the turns in the form. So now I was just going to the starting direction, but what we can actually do is to go mirrored. So instead of starting to the left, we can start to the right. So you can try that yourself if you want. Then you will have to make the turns once again. So I'll go briefly through that in a different way. So now if we start from here and the first cut is to the right, it's gonna go like this. And then you have to do the turning like this. Now we go to the right. And now only 2 cuts. So 1, 2, or do we want to do 3? 3. Turn here. Then turn here. Then to the right. 1, 2, 3 cuts and then turn here. And final turn here. So that's the mirrored second solo form. I think you should learn both, but try first the first one here. Lots of turns. So what's the application of these turns? So let's say that there is somebody rushing at me. So you don't want to get caught if that guy has a shield or it's a big guy coming at you like really hard. So they want to push you down. Unless you're big yourself, you don't want to stay here. You would have to do the charge also against them. So the other option is to step aside here, go like this, and then they are going past, and you can try already to cut them because you are behind them. Same story here, you can go like here, and then you do it like this. So you're turning. So the application of all these funky turns here is actually evading your opponent when they are coming at you. So you can always change direction quite nicely. You can train this in one place. So I'm gonna do the diagonal turn here. Here. So if I know that somebody's coming from there, I can turn. Same story with the other leg. Somebody's coming, I can turn. Somebody's coming, I can turn. So the application is this. Somebody's rushing me over there, I can evade. They go past. So that's why those turns. And they're quite useful if somebody's really trying to rush you. So I recommend to practice them very well. And they're also good for balance training and things like that. So very useful. So I'm gonna do this slowly again. So starting here. Heels together. Take the sword. Open. Legs left first. Sword to the right shoulder. Turn to the left and cut to the legs. step and cut to the head, turn, remember, change shoulder, cut to the legs and chase, turn to the left, cut to the legs, to the head, to the head, to the head, turn, to the legs, chase, cut to the head, turn, remember, change shoulder, cut to the legs, cut to the head, turn, cut to the legs, cut to the head, cut to the head, cut to the head, turn, legs, chase to the head, turn, legs, chase to the head. Come back to starting position, the sword is on the left shoulder, drop sword, left foot first, then right, heels together, put the sword in the scabbard, drop hands and open. So there you have it. Arming sword, second solo form.